My name is Jim Turner. These girls are out on a navigational flight. I'm letting them take a picture of me too. Like, it's getting pretty big. They don't usually navigate this late, but sometimes, it's staying light longer. So, yes, I got a bunch of them out here in front. They're doing what's called scraping. And I can feel the breeze coming from their wings. It's kind of cool. And so I just thought I'd share this navigational flight I've got, as long as the wind don't blow them in my face. Yeah, that happened once already. She got right in my eyelashes. Did she sting me? Yeah. She couldn't even help it. They do it instinctively when they feel hairs like that. Walking through hairs, yeah. So I've got bees in my cherry tree about 60 yards away, all up and then that baited nuke up there. I just now came from there. I got bees all in this other baited brood box. I've got 10 frames in that brood box. So, but the bees, they'll actually look for a certain size too. They kind of sense what size they're looking for based on their size of swarm. And they'll try to look for what fits them. It's easier for them to take care of. There's some that would prefer even a 2-frame nuke. Just depends upon the size of the swarm. So I've got a bunch of them. I'm not thinking they're going to swarm in today. They look like the one in the cherry tree. They look like they were getting. I thought there were so many in that cherry tree. I thought they already swarmed in there. And so, hey girls, take a snapshot of me too. Remember me. And so. So my hope is that they go into this brood box over here that I baited just this afternoon. I saw them in the front, getting in that one in the front. I thought, oh my gosh! So I went and put a brood box out, baited it. I went to grab a lid, and I came back, and there was already bees inside, going on the inside from the top, with no lid yet. I haven't finished assembling it. I just finished designing it and building it last night. Good timing, right? Same thing with this up here when I got this swarm. I said, you know what? I should put 6 frames in there. I put a little comb in the corners. I should do that tonight. So I got my little night flashlight, took it down, and the next day, sure enough, I watched a big old swarm come in, just engulf this whole area, my bee cave, and then watch them just assemble up into the hive up there. Yeah, another day in the bee cave. A busy day. Yeah, I'm not sure if they'll swarm. I say it's 5:36. I'm not sure if they'll swarm after that. Usually it's between 10 and 2ish. I'm thinking that these are still scouts, and they're just really excited about having these 2 baited nukes. And so there's just a lot of girls going in both of them. And so whoever goes back and does the best dance, that's the hive they're going to go into tomorrow, probably. Probably tomorrow, most likely, I suspect. And the reason why I baited those, and this is baited up here too, but there's nothing up there. These girls over here are chasing them away. That's all baited up there. But I got girls come from here, they'll go up there and say, no, you ain't coming in here. This is my old home. So there ain't nothing going up there. And that's where I caught my first swarm. These girls ain't letting nobody go up in that one. They're keeping it for a backup home in case they get kicked out. Who knows, right? Yeah, but there's girls going up in that one too, though. So I've got bees going in I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 baited nukes out. And there's bees going in all of them. Now, yesterday, not a one. Except for this one. This girl's going in and out of that one up in the peach tree. But the baited hive in the front, not a one bee yesterday. Now it's all loaded. I mean, there's a lot of girls up in that one. That'll be swarm 2 catch. I think I'm getting the knack of this swarm catching. I tried all 2023, couldn't catch a swarm, man, for the life of me. Always baiting them, always redoing it. Taking all the spiders and the earwigs and all and the ants and going at it again and again. Never caught a girl. and never caught them. I don't even remember seeing a bee go in them. Last year, same thing. And I had a beehive. I had these here, right here, last year. Saw a lot of marauders, but I never saw any of the girls go in the hive that was up there and the one that was in the cherry tree last year. But this year, man, it is highly active. Highly active. Uh, my hope is to get like a dozen swarms this year. Go from one hive to a dozen. That'd be sweet, right? Get some honey. I don't know what I'll do with it. I don't eat honey. That stuff's got more calories in it per gram than table sugar. And so yeah, oh, they're starting to calm down a little bit. Yeah, this was really big a while ago. Yeah, calming down. Quiet hive. Not much going on. Yeah. All right, that's just, I just want to share this. Please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. This channel's nothing without your subscription and you ringing that bell and leaving a thumbs up. Yeah, everybody who makes a podcast, who are podcasters, that's how they make their living, is by you and me subscribing. While I'm watching something and I like what they're doing at all, or if they're they're kind of new YouTubers, I'm going, oh, you know what? Their topic is kind of interesting too. I'm just going to go ahead and subscribe, even though maybe they've only made one video. I'll subscribe. Now, and someone who has like 10 million subscribers, no. I'm going to help the up and coming, right? So, yeah. Help the little guys first. The big guys, they've already got their mansions and their yachts. They'll be fine. Anyway. Have a nice day. I'll keep you updated tomorrow what happens, whether I catch a swarm or not. But they're both really active. I'm thinking about maybe putting another new. I've got 3 other hives that are, I think it's 1, 2, 3. I got 3 other hives like these that I made 2 years ago. But they laid empty. Kept losing my hives to Varroa mites. And this died down. So this died down. And so, yeah, I kept losing my bees to Varroa mite infections and DWV, deformed wing virus and all that stuff, Oh, sorry about that. I just kept, I lost 3. Let me see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I lost 3 hives to Varroa mite infection. So I lost my first 2 the first year to Varroa mite and DWV, and I lost 1 out of 2 last year. And this one barely made it. Barely. I went in desperation mode. I designed a drop screen with the panel and started putting powdered sugar in it. And I even bought some ApiGuard. Had to wait for 2 weeks to get that. And that was in, these girls were already in big trouble. So I put my panel in there. I seen what was happening. Like a couple hundred or more. I stopped counting. There was just too many to count. And I thought, oh, these girls are goners. And next time I checked the board, about the same Varroa mites. I just kept shaking that powdered sugar. I think I started out every 3-4 days or something like that. Just kept shaking, just creating a smoky, sugary environment. And they instinctively want that sugar off their girls because their moisture comes off their body, turns that powdered sugar into sweetness. And they just start grooming each other. Whoa, come here. It's just their instinct to get that food, turn it into and feed the queen and feed the baby, the larvae, and make comb and, hey, you're packing externally. And so, I created a really intensive grooming culture inside my hive, and it went from hundreds every day to 0. Yesterday I checked it, 0, none. Still, so I'm going on 3 months, no Varroa mites. I seen a couple in the last couple months, but they weren't mine. Mine were looked albino. So mine were like albino all the way to like a very light tan. These look like they've been bathed in the sun with a margarita or a tequila sunrise. They were all baked looking, like dark brown. They had different body shapes too. They didn't look like the ones I'd seen for over half a year. So they weren't my Varroa mites. I don't have any more. Thank goodness. And my hive is so doggone healthy. Man, it took me 2 years to get this to this situation where I had a healthy hive. What I what I wish I knew then that I know now would it would be so different. I'd have 12 hives already. Yeah. Because first I wanted to make sure I felt comfortable that I can manage a hive first, before I start getting more. I was like, do I have what it takes to take out the time to make sure that I can make the right decisions at the right times to at least get one hive to survive? Because if I can't get one hive to survive through a whole season, 12 months, I might as well go play my guitar and sing, do something different. So I had some red river rock or just lava rock in their watering hole, and I never seen one single bee ever go in that, and it was there for 2 months, not one. And right now they're even going in. What I did is I took out all the river rock. I mean lava rock. It was red lava rock. Took all that out, cleaned out their feeding tray, their watering tray, really good. So it's a old bird feeder. I glued back together. It got broke, and now they're all up and in it. Put a bunch of sticks in it. See here? Put a bunch of sticks in there so they can climb their way out. I've seen a lot of those girls doing the backstroke in there. One, I seen her actually swimming. Now you're thinking, hush, boy. You don't know what you're talking about. Hey, you know what? If we don't believe our own eyeballs, it's like, what are they good for? Making up artificial stories, I don't know. So I came out here and I seen her struggling in the water. I thought she was struggling. But there was a stick right next to her. She could have easily grabbed it. I'm thinking, what is that girl doing? And she did that for like 2 minutes. And she turned around, got on the stick, kind of walked out, kind of ruffled around a little bit. She literally jumped in. I kid you not, man. This boy here don't lie, don't fib. I get things wrong, misspeak, trash like that. That's normal. When I see something on my own eyeballs, that's just what I see. It's like a, if it's got webbed feet, it's got feathers, it's got a beak, right? And it's got a green head. What is it? It's a mallard duck, right? So I just call it like I see it, and I'll be doggone, man. She must have did that for like 10 minutes. Maybe she had parasites on her or something, she's just trying to wash them off, take a bath at the same time. I was thinking, should I go get that girl bar soap? I just don't know. I just don't know things anymore. It's like, what? Yeah, it's like, oh. So I just go with the flow. I watch these girls enjoy having fun, playing with stuff, turning things into like little tiny balls and literally rolling around with fun, having fun. Who knew, right? Who takes out the time to actually pay attention to those little tiny things in life, those little animals, those ones that we just don't know enough. Oh, I was going to tell one more story before I go. Yeah. So a couple years back, before I had bees, I had a lot of wasps in my property, lots of them. And we were having really hot weather. And I just seen them sitting around panting really hard, so I put big trays of water out. And man, when they found out where that water was, there were so many thousands of wasps feeding on that water. That's how dry it was, right? They were dehydrated really bad. So one day I came out, going about my business, and I seen a girl struggling upside down in the water, and she looked like she was about to take her last breath. I said, ah. So I reached down and I scooped her up with my hand and I put her on the ground. And I was just watching her for a matter of seconds. She was grooming herself up, and she came to, and I thought, oh, that was interesting. And I started to walk. I started to walk back this way, and she turned. She was facing this way, and I started to turn and walk that way. Her whole body turned that way and started walking towards me. And I saw it happen. I went, nah. So then I walked the other way. Everybody turned and kept walking towards me. Wherever I was turning, she was getting closer and closer to me. Yeah. I mean, I still wouldn't have believed it if it didn't happen again. Same thing happened about a week later. Saved that girl's life. Same exact same. She wanted to be with me. She wanted to follow me. It's a way of thank you for saving their lives. Who knows? I feel like I could have just picked her up and taken her home and in the house and said, "Hey, you sit there." I mean, but that's my, I experience things like that, and I want to share them. And yeah, I sure hope they get that hive over there instead of the one in the front. Boy, that'd make my life easier. I got a lot of things on my plate, man, going on right now. Need one more thing to mess with. And so, yeah. Splish splash, my bee was taking a bath on about a Saturday day. And I've seen more do it, right? Get out, ruffle them off, towel off, jump right back in. Wantonly, knowingly, willingly. Taking a bath. Splish splash. Who knew those things? We wouldn't even think about it unless we witnessed it multiple times with our own eyeballs, right? Those kinds of things. Because I'm a Sigma empath, we just pay attention to the little simple things more than probably most people. Most people, they got bigger things on their plate to fry than watching little critters like bees and wasps do certain body languages, Yeah, we just squish them, and most of us. Yeah, I'm actually curious how their body language is and what's making them behave, why their body language is doing what it's doing. I like figuring that stuff out. Yeah. Initially, it was for survival instincts. big family, lots of siblings. Yeah. And then it just became how I read people and other things and animals and just kind of tune in. Right? It just carried over. Please go to hive. For you power, praying people, pray for them going out hive. Power prayers. Yeah, that'd be sweet. So it looks like I'll probably get another swarm. So that'll give me 3 hives. The most I've ever had at one time is 2. My hope is actually, I was going to do splits and all that. I bought all kinds of stuff to make queen cells, and I was going to be doing this split, but I was waiting for these girls, my mains, to finish building out all the comb. They still got one section that they're still working on. So I was actually waiting for them to finish building that. And then I found out they hadn't even started building the cone in the super. These girls are not likely going to swarm anytime soon, because I want that super to be done. So when I make my splits, I can give each one resources. So I can make like 6 to 8 splits. I was hoping to have a dozen beehives going into the fall, in the winter. In case I lose a few, it's not that big a deal. Or if I lost 50% like a lot of people, 63%. So if I lost most of them, I was left with 4 or 5, I'd be okay with that. Plus I want to build up a lot of honey so that I don't have to feed them. So if I can get a lot of honey storage, then I won't have to feed them through the winter, because these bees here, I had to feed them all winter long, all winter long. I had to do what's called mountain feeding. I just put a bunch of sugar, spray it on the top divider board, and I did that all winter long. And they're always up in there eating that too, man. And they still did 2 massive die-offs, because they still didn't think that was going to be enough. They didn't store enough honey. Some people take too much of their food and they don't feed them during the winter, and they scratch their head, why did I lose all 10,000 of my hives? You took too much of their winter food, man. Because they got to do their fan thing, to keep warm, because she'll lay brood. My bee, she laid brood all winter long. They're always doing navigation. Any kind of nice day, like above 38, especially 40, and it wasn't raining too hard, girls were out navigating. Never been out before. So she laid eggs all winter long. Good queen. So when coming spring, this hive was nice and strong. Yep. And that's it. So please thumb up, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment. I'm a pretty good researcher. I know how to phrase questions pretty good because I know when I know what I'm looking for. I'll keep rephrasing the question to AI until I get the answer that is most empirical, that I believe is most empirical, that there's a consensus with the highest level of scientific evidence to support it. But I do not accept any hearsay or claims of anything. No, because you can have 10 different answers. So I go for the highest, most empirical, reproducible, evidentiary information only. That way I won't be going, I don't know. I don't know. Unless, how did the universe start? Well, actually, I have pretty good consumption of that. I don't think the universe ever did start. There's no beginning of the universe. My analytical, out of all the physics that I've researched and studied, there was no big, well, there is big bangs, but they're local, so, but the universe has always been the universe. But you have cosmological incidents that occur locally in certain aspects, certain locations of the universe. And it can express a Big Bang kind of plausibility. This is all expanding, but that's just one location. So maybe there was a couple black holes that combined, or one was really old but massive, and that one massive black hole went into a massive Big Bang and created another local universe. But it's still the same one. It's just anybody in that one looks like everything's flying away. Anyway, that's just my theoretical physics perspective of the universe. Wrong or right, nobody can prove it yay or nay, because it certainly is plausible. And in my opinion, most probable. Yeah. So in a sense, yeah, Big Bang, but not a singularity. Not a singularity. All right, bye now. Please subscribe. Have a good one. They're all done navigating. They have completed their duty for today in regard to the navigation. And there's no more bees buzzing over that one. Doggone it. There's no bees buzzing on that one. Oh my gosh, I think they went to the front. Should we go take a look? I'm gonna pause it. Let's go take a look. Yeah, they're still going in there. Still in there. Messing around. Yeah. Please don't go in there if you're the same swarm. Oh well. Just give me more things to put on the podcast on YouTube. I gotta keep taking this back and forth and this back and forth. I'll check my fig Newtons. Not quite fig Newtons yet. They're still figs. Yeah, they're my figs. Yep. Got this thing as I don't know, I think it was like about that big. Something like that big. I was watering one branch, one little tiny thing broke off. I put it in a cup with some dirt. It's taking off. These things grow like weeds, man. They grow easy. Yeah, if I was to just take little clippings off all the tips, which I'm probably going to do anyway, I could start new fig trees, lickety split. They probably all take. I got what's called worm casting soil. I engage in what's called vermiculture, and that's some crazy stuff full of hormones, growth hormones. Yeah, I see stuff that I'll put a seed in it. It's up the next day. It's like, Jack and the Beanstalk. Pretty crazy. All right, subscribe. Bye now.